Welcome to the Sovereign CEO podcast, and in this podcast, I'm going to give you 10 steps to completely fuck up your future in the modern era. Be sure to do many of these steps, if not all 10, and that will guarantee you completely fuck up your life going forward in the collapsing Western world in which we live. Now, there are some of you who are already doing many of these steps. Congratulations, that's great, but you should do more of these because you want to ensure that you'll fuck up your future, not maybe fuck up your future. Here are the 10 things, starting in no particular order. Item number 1, assume your country will be just fine forever. So whenever you see anyone say anything negative about the future of your country, just blow it off. Just say, oh, it'll be fine because it's always been fine, so it'll always remain fine. Make sure that wherever country you live, you just assume that that country will be just fine forever. Now, I say just fine. That doesn't mean there won't be problems. You can say, yeah, we're going to have some problems. Yeah, this problem and that problem, but we'll be just fine. It's not a big deal. Whenever you hear anything negative on the internet about the possibilities of a negative future of your country, just accuse that person of being involved in fear porn and being just a doom and gloomer and just say, you fear porn people, you're full of shit. My country will be just fine. Be sure also to not verify or double check any of the facts, data, or statistics that person provides you because you know your country will be just fine. As a matter of fact, we all know that countries that are just fine now will be just fine forever. That's a scientific historical fact, that if a country is just fine now, it will always remain just fine, literally forever, so you have nothing to worry about. Number 2. Always get very happy or very angry with anything that occurs in politics. So whenever you have a political win of a person in politics that you really like Donald Trump, and he wins, get really, really, really fucking excited. Jerk off and come all over your keyboard with joy and ecstasy at how this person is now going to fix all of your problems. You're good to go. And whenever something bad happens in terms of politics, like that person is no longer president anymore, or a bunch of people in your political party don't get elected, or what have you, awesome. Be sure to get really, really fucking mad about it. And be sure to talk a lot about it on the internet with people on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and Reddit. Talking about politics, how angry you are or how happy you are, is a very good use of your time. And you want to make sure you spend hours and hours and hours and hours per week arguing with politics and expressing your feelings about politics to random strangers on the internet. This is one of the highest ROI things you can do with your time. Keep doing it. Keep on with this. What happens in politics is very, 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 very important to your personal future and your personal day-to-day life. It is critical you pay attention to everything and get really fucking mad or really fucking happy whenever something happens bad or good in terms of your political viewpoints. Number 3, rely on one income, just one. You only need one income source. You don't need multiple income sources. That's ridiculous. That's for all those Gary V workaholic scammer guys. You don't want to be like them. Fuck them. One source of income, ideally a job. If you have a job, one source of income, that's awesome. If you have a business, your own business, and you have a business that sells one thing to one group of people or one type of company, and that's it, that's great. One source of income, that's all you need. Be sure to rely on that source of income because you're going to be covered. That one source of income, because as I said earlier, nothing ever changes, that one source of income will take care of you for the rest of your life. You're perfectly cool with it. Just get that one income done and then take the rest of the time off to relax and just be you, man, and live in the now and chill. You deserve it. You deserve a break today. Number 4, denigrate rich people. Whenever you hear of anyone making a lot more money than you, that person is a scam artist. That person is a liar. He's a piece of shit. He's ripping off his customers. He's going to hell. He's not paying his fair share in taxes. He is a total fucking prick. And make sure that you spend a lot of time getting really pissed off about people who make more money than you. If he's on Instagram and he shows that he has living a great life, he's driving a nice car, and what a piece of shit that guy is, make sure to hate him. Make sure to focus a lot of emotional energy on disliking people who are more successful than you. That is critical. You've got to do this. What you want to do is worship people and love people who are poor, who are like you, who make about as much money as you or less. Those are the cool people. Those are the awesome people. Those are the people that make the world a better place. And those are the people who can help you the most. The people who can help you the most are poor people, poor, angry people like you. Listen to their advice. Deal with them. Don't deal with people who have more money than you. They're all liars and scammers and ripoff artists. They're terrible. They sell snake oil. It's all bullshit. Be sure to do this. Very important. Number 5. This is a big one, and a lot of you are doing this already. I'm very proud of you. Consume a lot of internet content and do nothing. Make sure that you spend hours and hours and hours and hours a day consuming content on the internet. YouTube videos, alt tech videos, blogs, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit. Make sure you're consuming lots of content, audiobooks, podcasts. Consume mass amounts of content. But don't do anything. Please, for the love of God, don't actually take any action. Don't do that. You need to fuck up your future. So don't do that. Just consume shit. You know, knowledge is power, right? That's what they've told us since we were little kids. So you want to soak up and have all this knowledge in your brain. I mean, don't be a moron now. Don't do anything with the knowledge. That's fucking stupid. You have better things to do. You got to watch Netflix, man. You got to play video games. You got to smoke the weed. That weed ain't going to smoke itself. What the fuck are you doing? So make sure you don't do anything, but you consume lots and lots and lots and lots of content. Your goal, in order to fuck up your future, is to be a very, very knowledgeable poor guy. Matter of fact, I have a term for this called LISIG, low income smart guy. Those are the fucking heroes of the world. That's what you want to be. So make sure you consume mass quantities of content on the internet, but don't actually take any action whatsoever. Just keep listening to more podcasts. Number 6, be sure to use your parents, your grown siblings, or your grown children as excuses to not act. You have to make sure that you never make any major changes in your life whatsoever. Because what about your mom? What about your 25-year-old brother? What about your grown kids? Hey man, you need to stick with them forever. They run your life. They are what's important in your life, not you. Fuck you. You got to deal with your mom and you're grown. Now I said grown now. That means over 18, okay? If they're over 18, make sure you use them as excuses. You can't leave the United States. You can't leave Europe or Canada. What about your 22-year-old brother? You can't abandon him. So you have to stay and go down with the ship. You got to make sure you fuck up your future. Make sure you are constantly using your grown family members as excuses to not make any changes. And that includes moving to another country, starting your own business, changing your life. Hey, your mom might not like that. You're 35 years old. You know, you got to do whatever your mom says because you're 35. So what the fuck? Don't make these changes because your mom or dad might be pissed. You know, what is your sister going to think? These are critical, ultra godlike important people in your adult life. So make sure that you constantly use them as excuses to not take any actions and to not make any viable changes in order to fuck up your future. Very, very important. And again, a lot of you are already doing that. Good job. Keep it up. More of you need to do this. Number 7, wait for the right time in order to make any major changes. You don't want to rush this, okay? You don't want to do this. You need to make sure that you wait. The time is not now, okay? You have other things to do, right? You're busy. You got shit to do in your life. You can't do this today. You got other things to do. Wait till the time is right. Wait till, next month, 6 months from now, a year or two, maybe 5, 6, 7 years before you actually make any real changes. You have plenty of time. There's no rush on this stuff. You don't want to be a maniac, right? So you got to make sure that you wait for the proper time to start your own location-dependent business or to move out of the country or to change what you're doing for a living or involve yourself in 5 flags or to make any of these significant changes in your life. Holy shit, dude. You have plenty of time. Yes, the Western world is collapsing, but that's going to take hundreds of years. You got plenty of fucking time to just relax and wait until the time is right before you make any of these changes. All these people saying that this is urgent, you got to get it done now, they're all liars. They're all rip-off. They're all selling something, which means they're all lying. So ignore them. They're dumb shits. You know what's best for you, right? Who could possibly tell you what's best for you? So you wait. You take your time. Wait till the time is right. And then if the time is still right, go ahead and make a change. Now, maybe the time won't be right. Maybe you'll wait 2 years and say, need another 2 years to figure this out. Great, wait 4 years. That's awesome. Number 8, assume in advance you can't do it. Because you can't. You can't do any of this. Start a business that makes a few thousand a month, location dependent. You can't do that. You're a fucking loser. You're a dumbass, right? Of course. So make sure you reinforce these thoughts. You have no marketable skills. You're a complete dumb shit. You can't do any of these things. Move out of your country. My God. You can't do that. Come on. Stop kidding yourself. Make sure, in order to ensure you fuck up your life, make sure that you assume in advance you can't do anything that anyone recommends. Because you know what? You can't. You know what? What if you try and you fail? You'll feel bad. I don't want you to feel bad. The most important thing in your life are your feelings. And I don't want you to feel bad ever. We don't want you to feel bad. So my goodness, please, for the love of God, don't attempt something when you know you can't do it, because then you'll fail and then you'll feel bad. And the most important thing in your life are your feelings. And I don't want you to feel bad, and you don't want to feel bad, do you? So please protect your feelings, protect your fragile little feelings, and just assume in advance that you can't fucking do it, because you can't. Only superhumans like me can do these things. Only ultra intelligent men like me, who are super good looking like me, who have ripped six-pack abs like me, who are multi-billionaires like me, who do everything right all the time like me, who are perfect every way like me, guys like me, we can do it, okay? I can do it, but you can't. Please, don't even think about it. What the fuck are you doing, all right? Okay. Number 9, let your girlfriend or wife prevent you from making any changes in your life. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, Caleb, I'm a woman watching your Sovereign CEO videos. How come you didn't include, don't let your boyfriend or husband let you do whatever you want? Because you're a woman. You're already covered. If you're a woman in the modern era, you're not letting your husband or boyfriend tell you what to do. Are you kidding? It's either a neutral relationship or you're telling him what to do. So I'm not concerned about you. You're fine. I'm talking to you men. You have to make sure, in order to make sure you fuck your future, you have to make absolutely sure that wonderful little angel that you're currently dating or living with prevents you from making any positive changes. So if you want to start a business and she goes, I don't want you to do that. You need to spend more time with me. Make sure you go, oh, okay, I'm sorry, honey. Make sure you kiss her ass and do whatever she wants, because she is the most important person in your life. And obviously she's going to be with you forever and ever. She's never going to leave you. She's never going to get bored with you. She's never going to divorce you. She'll never stop having sex with you. Everybody knows that, right? Girlfriends and wives fuck you every day for the rest of their lives. So what the fuck? You want to put that relationship in jeopardy? Make sure you do whatever she tells you to do. And if she doesn't want you to do it, you better snap the fuck up, man. And you better do what you're told, because you don't want to jeopardize that relationship. Just like with your grown family members, the most important person in your life is your girlfriend. Of course. I mean, I shouldn't have to say that, but that's so obvious. Or your wife, or whoever you're living with. That's the most important person in your life. Your happiness is meaningless compared to the happiness of that person. And your future is fucking meaningless compared to her future. You need to put all of your time and all of your emotions and all of your effort into her, not you, okay? Critical. Don't be stupid about this. Make sure you do whatever she says. And if you want to make any changes in your life, make sure you run them through her first. And if she doesn't want you to do them, you better not fucking do them, because you need to be a good man and a gentleman and a good beta male. A good man to make sure that you service your girlfriend or wife and treat her like the queen that she is. Lastly, we come to number 10, and that is rely on one country to provide every need that you have. So wherever country you currently are living in right now is the best country in the world, okay? So if you currently live in the United States, that is the best country in the world. Rely on the United States. If you live in the UK, man, best country in the world. Germany, Canada, Australia, I don't care where it is, that is the best country in the world. So you want to make sure that you rely 100% on all of your life needs from that one country. So things like 100% of your income should come from that one country. 100% of all the money you invest, those you have investments, should be only in that country and nowhere else. If you have a business, you need to make sure your business is based in that one country and that all of your customers and all of your clients are only in that one country. Very important. Whatever currency you're using, make sure you only have just that one currency in the currency in that country. 100% of all your wealth should be in that currency. If you own any real estate, make sure all the real estate you own, all of it, 100% is in that one same country. And that's not just financial needs. That's any needs you have. If you're a guy and you're single and you're dating, make sure all the women you date are in that one country where you currently live right now. Do not, for the love of God, date any women outside that country. What are you, a maniac? No. Make sure all of your friends, 100% of all your friends, 100% of all your social contacts, 100% of all your acquaintances are in that one country. You want that one country to provide you for literally everything you need in life. This is important if you want to fuck your future. You have to make sure that you don't diversify at all. Because again, as we started out, your one country is going to be just fine forever. So you need to make sure that you rely 100% on that country, and then it minimizes complexity, okay? You don't have to work that hard. You can just sit back and relax and know that your country you're relying upon 100% will be just fine forever. Then you're good to go. And that's it. Those are the 10 things you need to do to make sure you fuck your future. It's very important you do as many of these things as you can. Many of you are already doing these things. Awesome. You want to eventually get to the point you're doing all 10. You want to make sure that your future is nice and fucked. So be sure to do as many of these things as you possibly can. And I will see you in the next podcast next week. Have fun. Bye.